Hi guys, Senko Prepper here. Just want to do a video. It's been a little while since I've done a video. I've been busy at the office, which is a good thing. Got a lot of properties and different things that I'm working on. Working on a project outside the continental U.S., so it's been taking a lot of my time. But I want to talk a little bit about what's been going on in the financial markets for the last week. Now, I'm certainly no expert. You can certainly talk to different experts that are different varying opinions about what's going on in China and how that's affecting the world markets and the stock market here. But basically, over the last week, there's been a 1,900 point drop in the stock market. That's gained in the last few days. It's gained more than half of that back. They're calling it a surge. But what it tells me is that the markets are not stable. And even people that, at least through a lot of the stories that I've read, even people that are in the markets right now, they're still kind of uneasy a little bit. Even though things are going up, they're a little bit uneasy and they're kind of wondering what's going to happen next. So, you get a lot of these guys, I guess you can call them doom and gloomers, who are predicting a crash in September. And specifically that particular month or in the fall of 2015 or in the latter part of 2015. And you'll find a lot of different people talking about a lot of different articles, a lot of videos on YouTube, or just generally on the internet talking about this. And I always take that with a little bit of a grain of salt because nobody really knows what's going to happen, and it's impossible for someone to predict what's going to happen. Okay, I mean, and I've heard it all before. YouTube is littered with videos of very seemingly well-educated, very intelligent people making predictions that are just flat out wrong. I heard that gold was going to. I remember a couple years ago, people were talking about gold being $2,000 an ounce. Well, that didn't happen. Matter of fact, it went exactly the opposite direction. So, you kind of want to take that with a grain of salt a little bit, but I think it's a good reminder that you want to prep because eventually a financial crash is going to happen. I have no doubt of that. Now, when? I don't know. I have no idea. It may not even happen in my lifetime. But what I do know is you cannot print this amount of money, you cannot have this amount of debt and have it work out in a positive way. History has shown that it never does. Now, exactly when is that going to happen? I don't know. Okay? And you just have to remember these people don't know. All right? Now, I will give them this, though. One kind of thing that I haven't seen before that I am seeing now. I am hearing about some type of financial calamity happening in the fall, a lot more in the mainstream media than the alternative media. The alternative media has been talking about it for a long time, and you guys can check that out. But now I'm starting to see publications that would be considered mainstream, and then also radio shows, especially on AM radio, and just kind of other shows that would be considered mainstream, talking a lot more about it. So I don't know if there's something to that. It could be some type of maybe if something does happen, maybe some type of self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not sure, but it certainly does make people a little bit antsy. I can tell you this. What I've noticed is I've had a lot of friends of mine, a lot of people that I know that maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I first started prepping thought I was crazy. They thought I was one of these doom and gloom people, and they thought something I had to screw loose. But I'm noticing a lot of those people now coming back to me, asking me where I can buy preps or how they should prep, where they should store things, how they should store things, whether they should be buying gold or silver. A lot of questions from people that called me crazy are all of a sudden really concerned about prepping. So, something maybe to think about, guys. It certainly is a little bit peculiar to me, but I think everybody should kind of put their eye on what's going on in the financial markets and keep it there for a little while because something might happen. And if something does, you have to be prepared. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out and, buy a particular stock or go out and buy gold and silver. I'm not saying that. I don't know if that's right for you. I don't know if you have the ability to do that. But what I can tell you is that, you may want to get your preps ready, because if something does happen, you're going to want to be prepared. And if you're not, you're going to be in a serious hurt locker. If the stock market does crash, if we have a repeat of what happened in 2008, I'm not sure the powers that be will be able to avert disaster like they did last time. But then again, is it possible that maybe they can, keep kicking the can down the road in perpetuity? I don't know. Maybe. Nothing's happened yet, right? So maybe we've gotten to the point where we can just kind of make this up as we go along. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But what I do think is history has shown that, when you put up this much debt, when you have this much of this much money printing, and it just doesn't end well. So hopefully that gives you guys something to think about. I would stay vigilant. I'm learning an awful lot, because like I said, I'm just a regular Joe. I don't know, and I'm certainly no expert in any of this stuff, but it just tells me that something's going on, and I guess we'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hope to put up a few more videos. I think I'm going to have a little extra time here in order to be able to do that. I've got a couple other things I kind of want to do some reviews on, but thanks, and leave any comments. Just be nice, and I'll be talking to you soon. Senko Prepper out.